Hey you. Yeah you. The one scrolling through YouTube right now, probably avoiding that thing you've been putting off. Or maybe you're just here because you saw the title of this video and thought, confidence is simple? Really? Because it doesn't feel simple. Trust me, I get it. Confidence can feel like this elusive, mysterious thing, like trying to catch smoke with your bare hands. But what if I told you it's not as complicated as we make it out to be? What if I told you that confidence is actually simple? Now, before you roll your eyes and click away, hear me out. I'm not here to sell you some magical 10-step formula to unshakable confidence or tell you to just fake it till you make it. No, I'm here to talk to you like a friend, like the person who knows you're capable of more than you think, but also knows you might need a little nudge to see it for yourself. So grab a drink, get comfy, and let's have a real talk about confidence. Why it feels so hard, why it's actually simpler than you think, and how you can start building it today. Sound good? Let's go. Okay, let's start with this. Why does confidence feel so hard? I mean, think about it. We see confident people everywhere. On social media, at work, at parties, and they make it look so easy. Like they were just born with this unshakable belief in themselves. Meanwhile, we're over here second-guessing every decision, replaying awkward conversations in our heads, and wondering if we're even good enough. Sound familiar? But here's the thing. Confidence isn't something you're born with. It's not a personality trait like being extroverted or having curly hair. It's a skill. And like any skill, it can be learned. The problem is we've been taught to think of confidence as this all-or-nothing thing. Like you either have it or you don't. But that's not true. Confidence is a spectrum. And the more you practice it, the more it grows. So, let's break it down. What is confidence really? At its core, confidence is just trusting yourself. It's believing that you can handle whatever comes your way, whether that's giving a presentation, asking someone out, or just walking into a room full of strangers. It's not about being perfect or never feeling nervous. It's about knowing that even if things don't go as planned, you'll be okay. And here's the secret. Confidence isn't about what's happening around you. It's about what's happening inside you. It's about the stories you tell yourself. Because here's the truth. You're already more capable than you think. But sometimes your brain gets in the way. It loves to overthink, to doubt, to catastrophize. And that's where confidence starts to feel complicated. But it doesn't have to be. In fact, confidence is simple. It's just about doing three things: showing up, taking action, and being kind to yourself along the way. That's it. No magic, no mystery. Just you deciding to trust yourself a little more every day. Let's start with the first one, showing up. This might sound obvious, but it's where a lot of us get stuck. Because showing up isn't just about physically being somewhere. It's about mentally being there too. It's about deciding to be present, even when you're scared or unsure. Think about it. How many times have you avoided something because you were afraid of failing? Or because you thought, I'm not ready yet? I've been there too. But here's the thing. You'll never feel 100% ready. Ever. And that's okay. Confidence isn't about waiting until you feel ready. It's about showing up anyway. Let me give you an example. A few years ago, I was asked to speak at an event. And let me tell you, I was terrified. My first thought was, no way. I'm not good enough for that. But then I realized something. If I said no, I'd be letting fear make the decision for me. And I didn't want to do that. So I said yes. I showed up. And yeah, I was nervous. My hands were shaking, my voice cracked a few times, and I definitely messed up a couple of lines. But you know what? I survived. And more importantly, I proved to myself that I could do it. That's the power of showing up. Every time you do it, you're sending a message to yourself. I can handle this. And over time, those small moments add up. They build your confidence muscle. So, the next time you're tempted to avoid something because you're scared, ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? And then show up anyway. Because you're stronger than you think. Now, let's talk about the second thing, taking action. Because here's the truth. Confidence doesn't come from thinking. It comes from doing. You can't just sit around waiting to feel confident. You have to take action, even when it feels uncomfortable. I know. Easier said than done, right? But here's the thing. Action doesn't have to be big or dramatic. It can be small, simple steps, like saying hi to someone new, volunteering to lead a project, or even just trying something you've never done before. The key is to keep moving forward. Let me tell you a story. When I was in college, I had this huge fear of public speaking. Like I would literally break out in a sweat just thinking about it. But I knew I couldn't let that fear control me forever. So I started small. I joined a club where I had to speak in front of a few people. And yeah, it was scary at first. But the more I did it, the easier it got. And over time, I realized something. The fear didn't go away completely, but I learned how to move through it. That's the thing about action. It doesn't just build confidence, it also shrinks fear. Because every time you take a step forward, you're proving to yourself that you can do hard things. So, what's one small action you can take today to build your confidence? Maybe it's speaking up in a meeting, trying a new hobby, or even just standing up straight. Whatever it is, do it. Because confidence isn't built in the comfort zone. Finally, let's talk about the third thing, being kind to yourself. Because here's the truth. Confidence isn't about being perfect. It's about being human. And humans mess up. We fail, we stumble, we say the wrong thing. But that doesn't mean we're not capable or worthy. The problem is we're often our own worst critics. We beat ourselves up for every little mistake and then wonder why we don't feel confident. But here's the thing. You can't build confidence if you're constantly tearing yourself down. So, here's my challenge to you. Start treating yourself like you would a friend. Would you tell your friend they're a failure because they messed up? Of course not. You'd remind them that everyone makes mistakes and that they're still awesome. So, why not give yourself the same grace? For me, this has been a game changer. Whenever I catch myself being too hard on myself, I stop and ask, asterisk, what would I say to a friend in this situation? Asterisk, and then I say that to myself. It sounds simple, but it makes a huge difference. Because confidence isn't about being perfect. It's about knowing you're enough, even when you're not. So, there you have it. Confidence is simple. Actually, it's about showing up, taking action, and being kind to yourself along the way. It's not about being fearless or perfect. It's about trusting yourself enough to keep going, even when it's hard. And remember, confidence isn't something you achieve overnight. It's a journey, but every step you take, every time you show up, take action, or give yourself a little grace, you're building that confidence muscle. And over time, it gets stronger. So, what's one thing you can do today to start building your confidence? Let me know in the comments. And if this video resonated with you, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might need to hear this too. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Remember, you've got this. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.